better than an hour right now since the end of a World Heavyweight Championship match. And I think a lot of the fans have seen all of the excitement that takes place in a great championship match. They wonder, how long does it really take to unwind after the pounding and the beating, the excitement, and all the things that come out? We're sitting here in the dressing room with Nick Bockwinkel. He is one of the very few people still in the Mid-South Coliseum. It has been over an hour since the bout in which you defended the title against Jerry the King Lawler, Nick.
A lot of people ask, they want to know, how long does it take you to unwind? And in actuality, the pain of the pounding that I had to take still hasn't set in. Your adrenaline's still running too high. About 3 hours usually. About the time you're getting ready to fall asleep. And then, of course, the real hell comes when you wake up the next morning. A lot of people wonder what goes on right after a championship match. And I'm going to tell you, because as it has gone on many times in the past, it's exactly what has happened tonight. In this past hour, I have been informed, if you want to use the expression, by my friends, associates, or stooges, that the phone of Stanley Blackburn, who is a man who I seem to have a terrible time to reach when I try to reach him, with problems I have, with things that need decisions made by the championship committee, but it has already filtered back to me that because of the outcome of tonight's match, because I accidentally struck a referee, that, needless to say, your promoter, and, of course, Stanley Blackburn, wanting to treat all of you nice humanoids properly, is talking about a rematch. Let's not kid each other. It's coming down the wire. They're pushing for it. There are those Lawler backers on the championship committee who want to see him the world's heavyweight champion. And I know this. Now, I'm going to propose something because I know the way the politics of my sport and my business works. I could put it off. I could put it off with all sorts of cute little things, not answering my phone, leaving the one city, going to the next, just avoiding people. It would take weeks before paperwork could be signed, and we could play all sorts of technical games. You know how the bureaucracy is. But it's going to come down. Now, somebody asked, how do you feel? Well, the pain in my jaw, the pain in my head is really bad. I can feel it. I'm still functioning. But tomorrow morning, I'll probably be having soup for the next 2 or 3 days because I doubt if I'm going to be able to chew anything. And for one simple, pathetic reason. This great man, Jerry Lawler, who they think has the ability and the talent to be a world's heavyweight champion wrestler, I think everybody's missing the point. The name on the marquee is wrestling. On the world's heavyweight championship belt, it says wrestling. Now, in the first 15 minutes of this match that took place tonight, Lawler never saw daylight because I dominated it with wrestling. I used a forearm. I took, and a little later, used some more forearms. But no, not Mr. Lawler. All Mr. Lawler knows how to do good, and I'm going to tell you this right now. And you know it, and I'm sure you'll agree. Man throws a hell of a punch. Whoa. When I start sucking soup through a straw for the next 3 days, that'll be my testament to it. Only because I'm still hot and the adrenaline's still flowing through my bones and my body is the jaw working. I doubt if it'll work tomorrow morning because that's when the cold and the agony and the pain will really set in. Now, Lawler, if you couldn't punch, what would you do? I really want to know. And I'll tell you what, I've just perked the curiosity of all your cretinous humanoids sitting out there. They would want to know, what would you do? Now, I'm going to make it easy for Stanley Blackburn and your promoter. I'm going to take and bring this match, I'm going to move it up quick. If Monday night is open, it is for me, and you can put it together in the Coliseum, I want $500 a punch. Did you catch that?
Lawler to pay you and you to pay Lawler?
No. I'm making it easy by giving him a chance at the heavyweight championship again because I know they're going to try and shove it down my throat eventually anyway. So to entice it, to maybe bring it back a little quicker, make it happen a little quicker, rather than 3 or 4 or 5 months down the line, if you are willing to agree to $500 a punch. Because you see, Lawler, you probably got a very nice streak in your body, and you don't want to give up $500 a punch, not the way you throw them. And the point really comes down to this. You don't want to give up that much money, and if you can't throw a punch, you know what you can't do? You can't beat me, because you cannot wrestle, and I can. That's why I'm the world's heavyweight champion, and that's why you're a contender. So there it is. The option is yours, Lawler. Put it in your pipe, smoke it. And before this show is over with today, let's see what your answer is.
Well, it didn't take the king long.